how did this tragedy unfold?
Well, Lucy, they came here to make the most of the sun and enjoy the Easter break, but on the shores of Lake Windermere, which looks so idyllic at the moment, a silent but deadly killer took the lives of 36-year-old Kelly Webster and her 10-year-old daughter, Lauren Thornton, who had travelled here for their holiday from Leyland in Lancashire. They were on a boat moored just here when they got into breathing difficulties. Police say they died of gas poisoning. The normally peaceful Lake Windermere was anything but yesterday. These were the scenes when rescue teams tried desperately to save the lives of a mother and daughter.
Do we know if staff there are being offered the chance to relocate to Cambridge, or are these jobs simply being cut?
Well, Tony, people here are being offered the chance to relocate down to Cambridge, but what that means is that for some 1,600 people, many of whom have worked here for many years, they're having to go home tonight and tell their families that they either have to move 160 miles or potentially have no job. See from the height of the snow here just how heavily it came down over the weekend. The A595 was completely impassable, and this snowblower has been out since 6 o'clock this morning trying to clear the way. It's only from 500 feet in the air that you can see the true scale of the landscape firefighters are dealing with. A simple flame can travel up the hill faster than we can run, and if the conditions are right, this entire area could be destroyed in as little as 24 hours. In this part of West Lancashire, poachers could be out anything up to 4 or 5 times a week. As darkness falls, poachers become easier to spot, and it's not long before we find something suspicious.
I'm just going to carry out a search of your car under poaching powers, OK? See, they haven't got any lamps or anything like that?
And I'll get the dogs.
2 men with dogs on private land.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe the things that this man does.
It's hard to believe Marwan Rajakazi is still here.
I think I was walking down slowly, and then the ice, I think, got more slipperier, and then I think I lost my footing, and then I went tumbling down.
You must have been absolutely terrified.
I was petrified, and that it was like I felt like it was the end of my life.
In 2010, 2 people died taking on Swirl Edge. Despite falling 50 metres from that same part of the mountain, Marwan escaped with just a few bruises.
Mostly on my leg, and one big bruise here.
Good morning, here are today's headlines from Granada Reports. Lancashire Police are warning motorists not to make unnecessary journeys after rescuing 4 people from the snow in the early hours of this morning. 2 cars got stuck on Belmont Road at Rivington Pike. The parents of a 17-year-old boy who killed himself after he was arrested have taken a petition to Downing Street, campaigning for a change in the law. Manchester City Council is hoping a new attraction in the city centre will bring up to 10,000 visitors a week. The Star Flyer in Piccadilly Gardens can take 24 riders 70 metres above the city. I'm at Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, where a mother from our region is about to set off on the mission of a lifetime in memory of her son. As she takes her first step, she knows he's watching down, driving her to succeed.
He would be here with us. He would absolutely love this. He liked an adventure, so he would have loved it.
It's the start of the rainy season here on Mount Kilimanjaro, and after just an hour's walking, we've already been hit by our first torrential downpour. It's still hot and humid, but the ground's now muddy and slippy, making walking even harder. The rain fell sideways, and still they came, lining the streets of Lancashire with their ponchos and umbrellas. Some took shelter in their cars, while others watched from the windows. But on the day the torch came back to the northwest, nothing was going to dampen the English spirit. The weather may not be what we'd hoped for, but that's not stopped the people of Morecambe lining the promenade to catch a glimpse of history. Now, on the 35th day of its UK torch, the Olympic torch is at the exact halfway point, and the excitement is continuing to build.
How long is it going to take them to change all those clocks?
Well, that's a very good question. This clock manufacturer designs and makes 250,000 clocks every single year and sells them around the world. In their showroom alone, they have 400 clocks on display, so you can imagine why it's not their favourite time of year. Well, Chloe Reid is co-owner here. Chloe, this is a lot of clocks, so it's a mammoth task for Chloe and for the rest of the team here. Well, I don't know about you, but it's something which catches me out every single year, so just remember that it's forward, not back, for those brighter evenings.